Dero, as Lauren said, Luis Arraez. Look, they've got some big thumpers in that lineup.
Yep.
Luis Arraez isn't one of those guys, but that's okay.
And Robert, I think from the youth level, even to the big league level, we have tried to create everyone thinking they are these power hitters.
So true.
And it's outhouse or castle.
Yep.
And I think there's a lot of players out there doing themselves a major disservice trying to play the game that way, okay? I always go back. I've said it a million times. Mark Teixeira used to say there's table setters and table clearers, and you better know who you are in that lineup. Myself included, when I came up with the Atlanta Braves, I was a table setter for my entire career, playing the small game, trying to get on heaters, move runners, find open spots. I know the game has changed, but has it? There's still a place in the game for guys who don't punch out, walk a ton, find themselves on base, and pepper the ball all around. This guy's going to end up in the All-Star game, okay? He signed with the Minnesota Twins in 2013 for $40,000.
Wow.
And let's dive in, okay? Because take a look at MLB batting average leaders, 2022. You got J.D. Martinez and Devers from Boston. You got Paul Goldschmidt, who's fighting for an NL MVP early on. And we've chronicled Ty France. Luis Arraez. And by the way, probably playing out of position if you kind of put him on a polygraph, standing at first base for the Minnesota Twins, kind of giving his manager the ability to hit in all spots in the lineup. Lead off yesterday, he's in the 5 slot, doing a ton of things to help the Minnesota Twins win ball games. Let's dive in to him because it's a special hit tool. It really is. Every night, quality at bats. And I know, like I said, batting average is lost in today's game. I view my numbers differently when I go on Baseball Reference. But I'll tell you what, going into the 9th inning, pause this real quick. Who do you want to face if you're a pitcher with nasty stuff? You want to face the guy who's going to try and take you deep, or you want to face 3 of Luis Arraez's? I don't want to face this. He's going to create serious problems. Bring up the on-base percentage leaders. Devin, take a look at it. More of the same, right? Obviously, you're hitting for high average. You're going to find yourself on base a ton. But there are guys like the Whit Merrifields of the world, the DJ LeMahieus that don't look to walk. They are swinging a bat early and often. Luis Arraez, 441 on-base percentage leader. So I wanted to go back to 2019 and see if he's done anything different this year. He's always been able to hit. But we talk about the maturation and evolution every day, and you can take a look at it side by side. Here he is, breaking into the big leagues, 2019. Bat-to-ball skills can't be touched, but sticking his nose in, a little bit more crouched, maybe not being in his most athletic position. And what happens now? Standing a little bit more upright, confident in his swing, and doing damage repeatedly. So run this real quick for me. And the numbers don't lie, right? If you're going to be a successful hitter in the big leagues, and if you're going to get to the big leagues, you don't get there being able to hit off-speed pitches. You got to be able to hammer the fastball and hammer it to all fields, and that's what he does. He was able to take Shane Baz for a granny over the weekend, and then he'll shoot you if you pitch him outside. So he's doing a lot of different things, right? He's got the swagger starting to work right now. Bring his numbers up. The fact against fastballs, can you, Devin? I want to take a look at that. So look at this. I mean, Carlos Correa is on this board. J.D. Martinez, by the way, is on every board we put up. Highest average versus fastballs, 2022, minimum 85 plate appearances versus the heater. So you can't sneak the heater by him. He hits early in the counts, and then he'll work you deep in the count as well. He's hitting 418 on the heater. So where are you going? You're going to throw him a ton of breaking stuff early, and then you're going to find him, he's going to find himself in a ton of count leverage, okay? So he's working walks at a high rate. He's not striking out. Let's dive in. And like I said, we talked about potentially Kyle Wright making his way to the All-Star game. You know who else might? Luis Arraez for the American League. And you sit there and you think back, who does he comp to? I don't think anybody will ever comp to Rod Carew. But when you look at the numbers, it's pretty impressive what he's been able to do. Highest career batting average in franchise history. I mean, we're talking Rod Carew, 334. Guy had 3,053 hits. And then you put Luis Arraez, right above Kirby Puckett, one of the greatest players of all time, and Paul Molitor there at 312, and Lyman Bostic. Just pretty impressive.
It goes to show as a coach, I mean, you coach, and you coach all kinds. You have to play to their strengths, not what you think they should be. Does that make sense?
No, that
Lauren,
makes sense.
I get it. Everyone wants to hit homers. I wanted to do the same. But how do you add value?
Yeah.
How do you add value? You can continue to kind of create yourself and become that type of player. But I see every night too many guys from youth level, college, all the way up through high school trying to be something they're not when they could help a ball club win games by trying to be more like Luis Arraez.